Jairzinho Rozenstruik delivered a jaw-dropping knockout that left Tai Tuivasa stunned and the MMA world buzzing. In a fight that many expected to be a fierce battle, Rozenstruik's powerful strike ended things abruptly, sending Tuivasa to the canvas in shocking fashion. This victory not only reasserts Rozenstruik's position as a dangerous contender in the heavyweight division, but also serves as a humbling reminder of the unforgiving nature of the sport for Tuivasa. Rozenstruik is displaying his striking prowess with a crisp inside leg kick and a well-timed right punch. He follows up with a solid body shot, all while Tuivasa struggles to get his distance and timing right. Rozenstruik is tactically working him from the outside, landing a sharp 1-2 punch and a crisp kick. Tuivasa remains engaged in the battle, delivering forceful blows in an attempt to make a shot that could change the outcome, even though Rozenstruik appears to be getting his rhythm. With Tuivasa's overwhelming strength pitted against Rozenstruik's accuracy, the conflict is intensifying into a thrilling and calculated struggle. Rozenstruik's strategy is on full display as he picks his shots with methodical combinations, but Tuivasa is ramping up the aggression and closing the distance. Tuivasa uncorks a massive combo, yet Rozenstruik skillfully avoids the worst of it. In response, Rozenstruik unleashes a furious barrage, landing a few clean shots through Tuivasa's defenses. Then, things get intense. Rozenstruik tags Tuivasa again as the heavyweights trade powerful blows on their feet. Tuivasa's awkward leg kick leaves him limping, and Rozenstruik capitalizes with a relentless series of punches, clearly aiming for the finish. But Tuivasa isn't done. Despite the heavy onslaught and the pain in his leg, he fires back with thunderous shots of his own. The pace finally slows, but Tuivasa's grit and determination are on full display, even as he struggles with that injured leg.
The performance was good. I was looking for a different type of fight. He was smart getting out of there. I hit him a few times. He got a good head. He got a good chin. And I had to keep it technical to get my scores, get my points, so it was good.
Rozenstruik's post-fight analysis reveals a lot about his mindset and the unexpected twists of the bout. "I was looking for a different type of fight," he admits, revealing he anticipated a more aggressive approach from Tuivasa. "Tuivasa surprised me with his smart tactics and solid chin. I had to stay technical to score my points." Rozenstruik thought Tuivasa would bring more brawling to the octagon, creating more openings for him. But instead, Tuivasa fought with a strategic jab and well-timed right hand. Despite landing some heavy shots, including impactful knees in the clinch, Rozenstruik was surprised Tuivasa didn't drop. "I rocked him a few times, but he absorbed the shots," he notes. And that 30-27 scorecard? Rozenstruik was aware of the debate it stirred, underscoring just how close and intense this fight really was.
Connect on the jaw. Are you surprised that you didn't at least drop him once or twice in there?
Definitely. That's one of the things I'm saying. I expected different type of fight. I rocked him a few times.
He wasn't shy about his frustration after the fight. He openly criticized the 30-27 scorecard, saying, "Someone gave all 3 rounds to him. Crazy. Maybe that judge was from Australia," hinting that the judge's decision might have been influenced by his location, especially since the judge was removed from the night's other bouts. Looking ahead, Rozenstruik isn't fixating on specific names. "I haven't fought Tyson Fury or Derek Lewis yet," he noted. "I'm just thrilled to be back in the top 10 and ready to face whoever's next." He's confident that one more win will put him in the running for a title shot. "After that, I'll start targeting rematches with fighters in the top 5, he said, clearly set on climbing the ranks and claiming his shot at the championship.
I've been working on my striking. I was doing MMA, of course, but I worked on my striking most of it. It's been years that I had a striking match, let's say 3 rounds of 5 minutes. So I've been unlocking new skills, old skills, getting them sharp. So that was a little bit different than the other camps.
Rozenstruik made it clear he wasn't taking any shortcuts in his preparation. With his usual training base miles away, he adjusted his game plan significantly. "I focused heavily on my striking," Rozenstruik revealed. "It's been a while since I went through a full striking match, so I dedicated time to sharpen both my new and old skills." He also addressed his time at the Daniel Cormier wrestling seminar, noting, "I didn't jump into the seminar itself, but I showed up, had a blast, and kept up with my workouts." Rozenstruik's commitment to honing his striking and his proactive approach to staying fit underscore his determination to come into this fight fully prepared and sharp as ever.
As Rozenstruik continues to dominate this fight, but the fans want to see Tuivasa finish strong.
He stayed in control throughout the fight, with his dominance undeniable. Fans had hoped for a dramatic finish from Tuivasa, but Rozenstruik's strategy was on point. His well-timed jabs and accurate leg kicks kept Tuivasa off balance, showcasing exactly how he wanted the fight to unfold. As the final 15 seconds approached, Rozenstruik maintained his position in the center, while Tuivasa tried to turn things around with a big right hand. Despite the effort, Tuivasa couldn't shift the momentum. Rozenstruik's stats told the story: 90-23 in significant strikes and nearly 2 minutes of control time. The unanimous decision win propels Rozenstruik to 15-5, while Tuivasa, suffering his 5th straight defeat, falls to 15-8. UFC 305 in Perth was hit by a storm of controversy, stealing the spotlight from the fight itself. Australian heavyweight Tai Tuivasa faced a crushing 5th straight defeat, falling to Jairzinho Rozenstruik by split decision. But the real drama unfolded outside the octagon. Tuivasa was battered in the 2nd round, yet Judge John Bowe's scorecard stunned everyone by giving him a 30-27 win. This shocking decision clashed sharply with the other judges, who scored it 30-27 and 29-28 for Rozenstruik. With this loss, Tuivasa remains without a victory in the octagon since February 2022. The situation escalated when Bowe was yanked from the judging panel for the night's co-main event, featuring Steve E.G. and Kai Kara-France. Fans erupted on social media, voicing their outrage over the scoring debacle and underscoring the growing dissatisfaction within the UFC community.
After the split decision in the Tai Tuivasa Rozenstruik fight.
The 30-27?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you just say, like, did they communicate anything to you and the team as that happened? Anik kind of announced on the broadcast. Just give me your thoughts on that whole situation.
Anik announced he was removed on the broadcast?
Yeah.
The controversy surrounding UFC 305 took a dramatic turn when John Bowe's controversial 30-27 scorecard for the Rozenstruik fight became a hot topic. During the broadcast, Anik revealed that Bowe, who had scored the fight entirely for Tuivasa, was abruptly removed from judging the evening's co-main event. This decision was made by the Western Australian Combat Sports Commission, the body responsible for overseeing the event. It's clear they felt Bowe's performance was not up to the mark, leading them to pull him from further judging duties for the night. So, should we see more of this kind of accountability in the sport? It might be time to consider stronger measures. If a judge falls short of maintaining high standards, benching them for the rest of the night could be a crucial step in preserving fairness and credibility in UFC events. So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. If you like our channel, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell icon so you always stay updated. See you in the next one.